lined up for the kickoff, and we're ready to get
What's up, folks? What's up, YouTube? Ncaa 31 here, and here is my first online ranked game of the Ncaa 12 season. Finished off and put the finishing touches on my custom playbook, the Flex Shoot. Basically combining the old school under center style run and shoot offense with some flex bone speed option and power running, as well as some under center ace spread and ace trips. You know, the old school late 80s, early 90s style Mouse Davis, Jerry Glanville run and shoot from the USFL days and the Warren Moon Houston Oilers and the Jeff George Atlanta Falcons time. No shotgun, none at all. And basically what I wanted to try to do was pretty much put together an offense where I can take what the defense gives me, no matter what style of play I'm being presented with. The run and shoot is not the shoot and shoot. There is a run portion to it. So if they're gearing up on my passing game, you can pound the fullback, or you can spread them out and run the halfback. On traps or dives or draws, you can run a speed option. You can run load option. You can run sweeps with the slot backs. If they are playing you man heavy, you can run a lot of crosses and slants and ins, comebacks, option routes against zones. You can flood zones, run wide receiver screens. My goal is, you know, keeping with the, you know, run and shoot theme, is no matter what style of D I'm being played, I have an answer. No matter what kind of quarterback I have a way to, you know, utilize him to the best of his ability. If he's immobile, I might use a little bit more option game. If he's a pocket passer, I have all the drop back passing plays that I need. If I have versatile backs, they're in the slot back role where they can play as either slot receivers or running backs. It just gives you a whole lot of things you can do and a lot of ways to attack a defense. So that's the basis between the Flex Shoot. Can't take full credit for it. I was inspired to come up with this by a guy over at NCAAstrategies.com, Saluki fan, who's also a run and shooter, who in NCAA 11 put up a great thread on how to
excellent play here by the quarterback, making the proper read,
combine a lot of these elements in the flexbone offense last year. So I'm just putting in my own little individualized feel to it. So there you go. I'll also be doing a video where I cycle through the plays that I put in. As far as, and you guys can see the audibles that I have. The audibles that you choose are maybe different, but those are my base audibles for the offense. I've gotten a couple of questions about throwing the football, and I've noticed that some people are having struggles with it. And someone had sent me a PM regarding advice as far as, you know, how to attack defenses. And you know, I don't have any magic potion. I'm just like anybody else out there. I'm not particularly, you know, awesome or spectacular or anything like that. I make my share. I make my fair share of mistakes. But you know, the number one thing I feel is to not overly complicate things and just keep things as simple as you possibly can. The number one rule of thumb, I think, is that don't be in such a hurry to get online and to get out there and cut your teeth right away. You know, take your time, go into practice mode, and what I suggest doing is go into practice mode and go against some basic coverages. Cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, cover 2, man under, cover 1, man press, cover 1 press, and just learn how to identify what the coverage is. You know, look for the little subtle keys and tip-offs as to whether you're facing a man or a zone, or whether you're facing a 2-deep or 3-deep coverage. There are visual cues that the defenders will tip off to let you know what kind of coverage they're in. You'll notice defenders kind of strafing around, side to side. That's a good indicator that you're facing a zone. Linebackers especially tip off zone that way. You'll notice a safety creeping up and another safety rolling over. That's a good cover 3 key, or some kind of robber coverage. That gives away that you probably shouldn't run a slant or a drag toward that rolling up safety. And just look at where the holes are. Practice throwing into the holes of those different zones. Then mix in zone blitzes and practice against that. Mix in man blitzes, practice against those, and just learn your route combos. Learn what routes break where and when, and where the holes are. And once you do that, go up against random defenses and test your ability to read the defense, randomly. And then go into the play now games and play the computer. And when you get to a point where you're, moving the ball somewhat efficiently, and I don't mean playing flawless, but running a, good, sound, efficient offense, then try play an online game and see how you do. If you feel like you need to improve some more, go back and practice again. And again, work on the same things. Work on, visual cues. 90% of, passing is picking up keys as to where you want to go with the football before the ball is snapped. And then once the ball is snapped, verifying you read it, making a sound decision. And if you're not sure, check the ball down. A 4-yard pass play. Think of a 4-yard pass play as the same as a handoff for 4 yards. You still gained 4 yards. It's better than an interception. It's better than a sack. It's better than getting your QB hit and fumbling. Or throw the ball away and live to fight another down. Occasionally you're going to make a mistake and have a misread. We all have them. I do it. Everyone does it. But the more repetition you get in understanding what you're seeing, the better you'll do and the quicker you'll be able to make decisions. You don't want to hold the ball any more than 3 seconds, 4 seconds tops. You want that ball to be out of there. And then, work on attacking tendencies as far as what your opponent is calling on defense. So that's really the best advice that I can give as far as practicing against these zone defenses and man defenses and throwing the football, because you're going to need to learn how to read the coverages, because the windows are a lot more realistic this year. You don't have these wide gaps that we had in Ncaa 11. You have to basically break all the bad habits we had last year and the year before and the year prior. And sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes I found myself doing it, making quick throws that I know I could have completed Ncaa 11 and seeing it either get bat down or intercepted. We gotta stamp those bad habits, out of us and learn how to play a much more cerebral passing game. That play right there is a play where I was able to get that pass completed because I didn't press the button, quite as hard as you would usually do for a bullet pass. I kind of put a little bit of touch on there and was able to avoid the linebacker or a defensive player making a break on that ball. Just simple flooding of the zone. When you identify zone, flood the zone. Have combination routes going at that zone, breaking short, middle, and long. There'll always be a spot, just up to you to read it properly and hit the spot that opens up. Don't get greedy. And of course, mix in your running game. My general rule of thumb in running a run and shoot and air raid offense is if they're giving me the run, take it. If they're playing, 3-2-6, or if they're playing dime and they're playing soft in that dime, or quarters, or 3-3-5 nickel, take the run. and take the short passes. And then when they start creeping up, then you can hit them with the posts, the streaks, the deep ins. And don't be afraid to throw the deep out either if you can. But, you know, that's pretty much all I have to offer as far as, you know, advice on how to get better at throwing the football and playing offense in general. You know, just use good old common sense football. It works, trust me. And now that this playbook is done, like I said, I'm going to do some videos about what I have in the playbook and some plays that you can run that are, you know, pretty steady and pretty reliable. And then it's off to my 3-3-5 stack breakdown and my second custom playbook, my raid and shoot, which will be predominantly shotgun oriented. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoy. Talk to you later. Peace.
Their goal line sets on the field. Touchdown, and now they're in front. And that now puts them up by 3 points.
As long as they can...
Up for the kickoff. Gathered in at the 6. Tackle made at the 39. The finish line's in sight. He may have changed things up here. He's looking for his man, and he's finally shoved out at the 32-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 27 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 32. They're calling an audible. Up the middle with a fullback.
You wonder if they'll go to the no huddle here. There's not a lot of time left.
That'll bring up 2nd and
3. He's at the 20. Nice play to set up 1st and goal. Big play to come up with a 1st down.
They're staying alive. This one looks like it's coming down to the very end.
Touchdown, and that's going to give them the lead.
Well, that's a big-time play there. Left, but maybe they can catch the defense being overly conservative.
And this will be pretty much it for this offense. They need to capitalize on this possession. Under a minute left. He drops back. He chucks it downfield. And that just might do it. Intercepted. And he's taken down at the 30. Oh, no. Again with a carry. Gains his way to the 13-yard line. Miami will take their last time out. And this one's all but wrapped up with the final score. Notre Dame 24, Miami 21.